So, again, we're still talking about heating hydrogen.
Most people know this as a Stirling engine.
Well, they know it as a Stirling engine.
We're looking at
confused about the mention of hydrogen. We need to emphasize in here. This is not producing hydrogen here. This is using, most people understand that hydrogen has a phenomenal ability to conduct heat, just by pure chemistry. And of course, if you're wondering why you can see this better, it's because the cloud just went in front of the sun.
That's right. So when the cloud passes, we'll be heating at full capacity. So what we're doing in the meantime is just showing how to heat hydrogen with whatever solar is available.
We got a little thing going on over here
at a rate that makes a cycle.
Wait, we're still partly cloudy.
Yep.
That's right.
We're still partly cloudy.
Let's take a look from a different angle.
This is running.
Oh yeah, we're turning out.
So we have that angle, and we have the car dealing, and we have traffic, and we have more traffic. Some are standing watching, some are not. There's our cameraman, and so on. But it'd be hard put to say they're not made known. Hard put. So they're not made known. This is just too precious to miss. You know, here we are. The lady with the red top casting an eye over here sullenly half a dozen different times. And as you can see, well, anyway, as you can see, they are filming something or other. And meanwhile, we have on screen just a little bit of torture and something that says, Murdoch, no more willful blindness. No more willful blindness. No more. Yep. Willful blindness. No more. So now we have police who just pulled up behind. You can see them in the mirror. And we shall make them known too. How you doing, officer? I'm taping information about corruption and crime.
Can you take it off of me?
Well, sure,
So
but I'm showing that there's corruption and crime.
Okay, put it on pause for me.
And I can also show that I'm making sure that people know about corruption and crime.
Okay, put it on pause for me.
Well, it's kind of, why did you come? Why are you behind me?
Because I got a call for you. Could you put it on pause for me?
And what's the problem? I mean, is it illegal to be showing crime? I would like to show you crime, officer.
Sir, could
Yes,
you
ma'am.
put your hands on the microphone?
Yes, ma'am, happy.
Could you put your video on pause?
I can do that, sure.
Thank
But
you.
is that an order to do so?
Could you put your video on pause? while I
So
talk
is
to
it a police order, in which case I will?
you? Sir, can you put your video
I
on
can.
pause
Are
while
you
I talk to
demanding that I do so?
I'm asking you to put
Well,
your
if you're
video on
asking me,
pause.
then I'd be happy to.
Thank you, I appreciate
Not at all.
it. Yeah, what's the problem?
So, Fox TV called the police and gave them the Facebook, due process sheet and the I was seized illegally theft by extortion sheet and the little graphic of these in 4-point restraints. And they said that I was taking videos, so they called the police because I handed them this stuff. They gave the stuff to the police, and the police determined I was doing nothing wrong. They asked if I could leave. I said, well, I'll be back tomorrow morning before the sun rises. Say what? You like that, huh? Well, I've got to make the screen a little better. The next time I'll be here, it'll be better. But it's artwork, and it also deals with crime. You know, Murdoch was told that he was willfully blind in England. There's a lot of willfully blind here too. Anyway, come watch next time. So we determined, the police and I, that I was doing nothing wrong. They asked if I could leave. I said I'd wait 10 to 12 minutes so that everybody would understand that I wasn't leaving because I had to, but that I was leaving because I'm going to have to get the batteries recharged at some point, and that takes about a half a day to a day. And so I'll be here tomorrow night probably again, and maybe elsewhere too. But as I said, the police determined I'm doing nothing wrong. I explained to them that we were talking about my having been seized illegally, which is duress and criminal, and it's over property that's not been adjudicated that I came up with, intellectual property, and that I've got all the documentation that I could possibly not want to have, dealing with theft and crime and torture and so on, and that I'd be happy to give it to them. They said they didn't really need it. I said they're officers of the court and they've been made known. And I said, do your job and give it to your bosses. So if your bosses quash it, it's on your bosses, not on you. And this was after the request was that I not put their faces on Facebook. I also said that I might not be able to put it on Facebook. How you doing, man?
Good, I'm good. That is so cool.
Yeah. There's artwork, but there's also the best energy system ever devised, clean energy. And you're seeing it right there. And if you go up close to the car, you'll hear about it. 1,000 new millionaires a week. It's cheaper than coal. Came out of my head. I got seized illegally, kidnapped and tortured by the United States government.
Oh, damn.
And they have not remedied, which is a right. For both the right to return the property and a right for the damages from the kidnapping and the torture. And now we've got Fox right across the street, and Fox, the owner or head of the corporation of News Corp, was just reamed in Parliament in England for being willfully blind, which is not an excuse and not a defense in court. In other words, you know, if you see crime or you know about crime or your, employees are involved in crime, you can't just pretend you don't know. And so, since there's a lot of willfully blind here, I'm making sure that everybody knows that there's this energy system. There are other systems that I got kidnapped and tortured, that we're talking about insurrection and rebellion against the Constitution by government, both the state of Maryland and by the federal government, because I've got judges and lawyers lying on court records. And that they're not allowed to lie on court records. It destroys the truth-finding function of the court, which is part of the checks and balances. And the Constitution says that that's insurrection and rebellion when you are attacking the due process clause of the Constitution. So we have insurrection and rebellion currently, started under the Bush administration, over the most efficient energy system ever devised. And mind you, everybody, look around you, all this lights, it's all energy. Everybody's using it. So this is basically competitive, more than competitive, with nuclear, with natural gas, with coal, with oil. And that's why I got kidnapped and almost murdered.
Wow. What kind of energy is it? It's like...
It's solar.
Solar energy.
Solar energy. And if you want to see, I've got other videos. But why don't you come by? If you come by on a regular basis in the evening, I don't know if you live around here.
I actually don't,
But I'm going to be coming back and forth. And if you're interested in solar,